Paul's off season has begun. This is week 3, and he is looking great here. Training out of the legendary Big Tex gym in North Austin. He's destroying these farmers walks. As you can see, all the weights and stuff are listed at the bottom. And you can see he's very good at this. Rob was actually talking about wanting to do a strongman contest, but I had to, kind of reel him in and say, look, Rob, this is not the end. You want to be the best powerlifter in the world. This is a means to an end. It's going to serve you, and it's going to serve your purpose. But we have to keep focused with intentionality on your goal of being the best powerlifter in the world. And once you start actually competing in strongman after to train for some of those events, it's no longer becoming a means to an end. It's the end of itself. So we're using these because, like, for instance, obviously strongman training is the ultimate form of functional training. If you think about it, okay, let's just cover this. This is a good morning with a safety bar. You can see the weight at the bottom. We're not going super heavy on these. Again, these are there to serve the core lift. So, we're focused on the purpose, not the tool here. So a lot of people get too focused on trying to drive the numbers up. Someone might claim to be doing a 700-pound good morning, show up to a powerlifting meet and do a 722-pound deadlift. That is a waste because you're not in a good morning contest. It's just a means to an end. It's there's no point. Well, anyways, back to strongman training. So it is the ultimate form of kind of functional training too. Even for like Mrs. Jones, having to pick up her grandkids, having to pick up a bag of groceries, whatever. But for Rob, what it does is it's obviously working a lot of the same muscles in a different way. It's almost like confusing to his muscles in the central nervous system too, because in powerlifting, you look at every great lifter, they have a ritual. So they approach the bar the exact same time. That's what greasing the groove is. You're trying to do it the exact same every set, every rep, and so it's, in a sense, it's becoming easier. They've done studies on runners where if you don't jog or anything and somebody else is a marathon runner, it's amazing how much more efficient the runner is at just utilizing energy and stuff there. So they could actually technically have a VO2 max that may not be as good as somebody else's, but still outrun them in a sense because they are so much, they're just so good at running. You know what I mean? So that's how you get at powerlifting. So that's why it's such functional training. But the thing is, it's not having to, he's still moving fast and far with 620 pounds there. You don't think it's building up his grip too? And it's giving him a little break from all those heavy deadlifts. So the strongman training is also for powerlifting purposes and for hypertrophy purposes is a means to an end. So you'll see some videos, I'll do things a little, I'm very unorthodox in a lot of ways. So I might have somebody, we're trying to build their upper back and traps, very heavy deadlifts with straps, and that goes against, farmer's walks with straps. That goes against conventional wisdom. But again, we're focused on the purpose, not the tool. There are no rules. It's just what is the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish, and let's approach it and do it with intentionality and passion, and that's what we're doing. So there are no rules. Why is he wearing straps? Well, it's because the grip will be the limiting factor. We're trying to build his upper back and traps. That's why, you don't think his core's getting stronger too. A lot of times that happens. So same thing here with Rob, but Rob was not wearing straps. Just going to throw in another example. There is a purpose. There is intentionality, and what this does is Rob is in shape for when we hit, a meet later this year. It's going to be in November, and Rob, everybody's amazed. This last training cycle, he didn't actually get to compete. He had just some kind of serious digestive issues, had the flu and things like that. But anyways, everybody's amazed at how good of gains he made. And now that we got his nutrition straight, it's going to be even better. But a large part of that was he has the work capacity to do things. So everybody has some sort of genetic blueprint, and some are going to be different than others, and how much volume they can handle. So I think, basically you need to maximize yours. So I have people that may squat heavy one week and then deadlift heavy the next. So they're not even doing both lifts heavy in the same week, But at the same time is we're going to maximize their work capacity. So yes, they may be such a fast gainer. They do better with a very low frequency. However, we still want to get the most out of it and have their ultimate best work capacity so we can get as much accomplished as we need to get done without having to go back. And that's what we're doing with Rob here. Rob is such a great work capacity that anything we need to accomplish, we can accomplish, and it won't be hindered by a lack of preparation to be able to do that. So that's kind of the idea here. Here, Rob's going the pull-ups, the 5-second negative. Maybe it needs to be a tad slower in the negative. So what this does is, if you watch Rob, he's gonna explode up as best he can, and then do those 5-second negatives. So what that does is, I like to think of it like this: the way up is movement, the way down is muscle. So you want to focus on that movement on the way up from point A to point B with intentionality, as forcefully as possible, and then you come down and you're feeling the muscle. So we're trying to overload on both ends that way. Here we have the straight arm pull downs, and this is actually one of my favorite exercises for developing the lats. And this is one of those ones you want to be super strict on. You don't want to start just getting your body into it and this and that. I mean, there is we just already talked about, we're fine with unorthodoxy. All that matters is what are you trying to accomplish? Okay, I don't see a lot being accomplished here by just trying to heave your body into this, where you're trying to finish off a set of curls, and you have to use a little hip swing to get up the last 3 reps, but you can control the negative. That's a whole lot different than in this movement, just controlling on the way up. And you see Rob has good control both ways. You want to get a comfortable stretch. Feels really good. Gets himself, and we did 10 sets of these. This is only a 45-second break, and this is really just this is just pump. This is all. This is all this is. So Rob's always talked about wanting to work on the Chippendale stage, and this is going to be his gate. Just a joke. He never said this. I'm just my attempt at humor at 4 in the morning on a Monday. Well, anyways, he's getting himself full of blood here. Looks great, and you can see Rob's cleaned up his nutrition. He already is improved his physique quite a bit, and I think it's not going to be surprising if some of the male reviews actually end up contacting us through YouTube and wanting him to dance. But here we go, Rob. So great work capacity here, and even at the end here, there you go. See, he caught himself because he knows the purpose of this. Rob caught himself as he did a couple short reps in there. He caught himself there. We see he's keeping his arms straight and really feeling out. You want to make sure you're feeling this out here with your lats. Okay, pull throughs. I'm going to talk to him about this. He needs to be a little more forceful on the way up, or as he comes through. So this is sort of, it's very similar to like a Romanian deadlift, the forceful hip extension. He just wants to, obviously it's a little easier on his lower back. You think about it today, what he's done. He's done the heavy farmer's walks in the good morning. So, he's done quite a bit of work for his lower back. So that's why, and just doing something different here. Getting that good extension, but needs to be, there you go, a little more forceful. Boom. And, again, so, this might look a little funny at a commercial gym, but I'd really look a little funny at a commercial gym and be strong than, worry about, everybody else's humor and not get the job done. So Rob looks great here. Boom. And finishes it off here. This is fun to watch. You guys are seeing he already is a legend, but, could be the best of all time when it's all said and done. So enjoy it. This is fun to watch. This is just an honor to be a part of. I'm very grateful to get to work with Rob. Fun stuff. And before I get all mushy, I'm going to talk to him about getting better or getting more forceful extension there on the way through. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching these videos. And if you would be so kind, please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for having a great session, Rob, here. And keep up the good work. This is going to pay off once the prep begins. Fun stuff here. And this one is a wrap. So anything you didn't cover, you can see at the bottom of the screen. Thank you.